Joining me in the Room podcast, scheduled to make his second appearance for CES MMA at CES 65 on November 7th, Miguel Cuevas, a friend of the podcast for many years. Miguel, man, congratulations for your second trip to the CES MMA cage, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, Steve. Thank you for having me on the podcast. I'm feeling great, excited for this fight, and ready to get back in there.
Excellent, my man. Well, your last stint with CES, your debut for them, happened basically in your backyard in Springfield there, man. It didn't come away with the win, but you had a huge support group. It was a great experience just to, fight for CES and get on that, that fight pass. How was that experience? And just leading up to that fight, how was you feeling going in there?
I mean, the experience was great, man. I had a lot of support system down there. That means everything to me. I'm getting ready for the fight. We were coming back from quarantine. Gyms were just starting to open up. Getting ready for a fight. I trained as hard as I could, man, for sure. I felt great. Weight cut was good. Fight was good. It just wasn't my night that night, and we learned a lot from it. We made some changes. We're correcting what we needed to correct, and I'm excited to get back in there and show and display what I should be displaying.
Excellent. Well, it was a quick fight, and, that's MMA, my man. You can have all that preparation, a bunch of fights in your past, and, that one, little scramble, and boom, it's like, oh, my God, on to the next, my man. But, your head was raised, like you said, support group. You had, after the fight, even with a loss, the support behind you, man, I'm sure it raised you up and, carried you along to this one. So you went into your second training camp, get another opportunity with CES. Was CES, the target to get back in there and, redemption for that last loss? Or did you have other opportunities from other promotions?
We were in talk with CES back and forth. We were looking to get in there earlier than November. We were looking at for October. The card got pushed back to November. So, I mean, I was just waiting for the next opportunity to get back in there.
Now, you fought for, three or four, this is, I think, your fourth promotion that you fought for. How was this experience? CES is that, that upper level. They are that gateway to the UFC, man. How was the experience, from fighting, on the regional level, on the smaller scale, and then get an opportunity to kind of, getting taken under their wing and then bringing you up for that fight?
I mean, the opportunity is great. CES is great. They treat me well. It's on UFC Fight Pass. A lot of eyes on it. Promotion's great. Everything's going good. I'm excited to fight for CES again, that's for sure.
Excellent. New training camp. Talk about who you've been training with, who's been getting ready. I know, the COVID and all that, you had to jump around, but you were used to that. You were cross-training everywhere. Who's your main gyms and where you getting that focus work at nowadays?
Yeah, right now, usually my main headquarters is in the Worcester area, so I've been doing boxing at 33 Boxing Club. I've been training with the Team Like Muay Thai guys down there. I've been training Team Like Marlboro, been getting my jiu-jitsu down there. I try to go up to New Hampshire here and there to get some work done with them guys. Everywhere, man. Nothing's changed. We're just adding to the team.
Well, my friend, you've fought a lot not too far from home. I know you had one stint in New York, and you were ready to make your way to Plymouth when you were an amateur, but, your opponent had a problem. That fight fell through. You're heading to Providence, man, CES 65, right in the heart where CES was born, the Providence, Rhode Island area. So it's going to be, Springfield was huge because it was, in your backyard, a lot of fans, a lot of fighter support there. Providence is kind of a party town, man, just like Springfield, but a different atmosphere. How you feel about taking the trek to Providence and kind of, fighting closer to your opponent's, turf than yours?
I feel great, man. You know me. Everywhere I go, I bring a crowd. If it's in New York, if it's in Rhode Island, if it's in Connecticut, Springfield, everywhere I go, I have a good following, and my support system's great. We go in there, we show up, and we make sure we're heard. That's for sure.
What are we thinking about as supporting fans? You got like a bus coming in, a train? How you getting them loaded into Providence this time, buddy?
Man, we're all driving in, man. We're all driving in. We'll figure that out when it gets closer to fight, but we're definitely coming in strong for sure.
Excellent, my man. Well, yesterday, I do believe the posters went out for your fight. You're fighting Aaron Hughes, same record, 1-1. He's coming off a loss at Neff. I think in August, a quick finish. He was finished, so he's looking for redemption. He's looking to get back in that win column. As far as this fight, it was announced yesterday. I'm sure you already knew about it. But how long you been training and getting ready for this fight coming up? How long is this training camp? When did it start, actually?
My training camp never stopped, Steve, man. Day after the fight, I was right back in the gym. I'm grinding hard and I'm pushing forward. That's what I do. I'm always in training camp.
Excellent. Well, I had the pleasure to talk to Aaron, and he was very excited about this matchup. He called you a technical fighter, and watching some of his fights in the past, it's a little sporadic. A lot of a lot of rushing stuff in there because a lot of amateur. But, watching your fights, you have a little more, laid back pace in there, feeling out. He was very excited about that, to be able to stand there and engage the fight instead of it happen so quickly. Not saying that you're not going to come out and bum rush him and, to try to take his neck or knock him out.
Never know what happens.
Exactly. But he spoke, highly about the matchup. And he mentioned that, in the past, he asked to fight you when I guess that Shane Doherty fight fell through for the amateur title when you were going to Cage Titans. And he asked for that fight, but it didn't come up. What do you know about Aaron? He's been around. He fought Kenny Champion that you fought also. What do you know about Aaron? And, what are you thinking about the matchup as far as your excitement to get in there and, mix it up with him?
It's going to be a fun fight, Steve. It's going to be a real fun fight. I mean, I've seen Aaron around on the local scene. I've seen him at jiu-jitsu competitions. I've seen him at Muay Thai events. We're from New England. We're both New England fighters, man, and we're hungry. He's not afraid to come forward. I'm not afraid to come forward. So I'm expecting this to be a really fun fight, and I'm prepared. Wherever this fight goes, I'm prepared for it.
Excellent, my man. Well, a couple more questions before. I know you're heading to a trainer right now. Where are you heading right now? I know you're a bunch of places, but where are you heading right now?
Team Link Marlboro. We're gonna do some jiu-jitsu tonight.
Excellent, my man. A lot of Team Link going around there. Muay Thai, you got Team Link and Hooks in all over the place, man. Getting Team Link work, man. As far as this card, they haven't announced, every fight. They announced all the main fights. Now they're announcing, some of the lower fights. And you were announced yesterday. Are any of your training partners, anyone else kind of on your team, going to be on this card that, you can say yes or no. You don't have to mention names because they haven't mentioned anything.
At this moment, I'm the only one from my team coming.
Excellent, my man.
But, that's all we need, man. I'm coming for a fire fight, and we're gonna give the fans what they want. That's for sure.
Awesome, my man. Well, training camp started, man, and the excitement is building up. CES is going to be, mentioned your fight yesterday, so there's going to be a lot of people coming after you as far as locally, trying to get a word out of you. I know your head's in the game, Miguel, and when you're focusing on a fight, it's like, let me focus on the fight, get the interviews out earlier, and let me just relax and get in there and think about killing someone in there. So as far as who's going to be in your corner, you got a bunch of coaches hanging around there helping you out. Who's the main people that are going to be in your corner for that fight?
As of right now, we got my boxing coach from 33 Boxing. He's going to be in my corner. My jiu-jitsu coach, Bamboo from Team Link Marlboro, and we'll see how many more corners we can fit in there.
Excellent. Well, at CES, they usually cater to you. They usually they give you what you need in there. Your second stint in there, man. Miguel, what do we expect to see out of you on November 7th at CES 65?
Getting my hand raised. That's what we expect to get.
Simple as that. You've had it raised a ton of time as an amateur in your pro debut, and you're looking back to get that hand raised again, man. A pleasure, Miguel. Before I let you go, shout out social media, thank yous, any sponsors, and we'll see you on November 7th.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to say thank you to all my fans, you for giving me this platform to display, for CES for being able to allow me to display my show. I want to thank you, my sponsors, Mercedes-Benz of Springfield, Headliners, Barbershop, Nana's Caring, Team Link, 33 Boxing Club, just everyone that helps and supports my system. We're coming to bring fire to it, and that's what we're going to show.
Excellent, man. Well, I can't wait for a great matchup, a great fight, and I do believe hopefully it'll be on Fight Pass. If not, man, we'll be watching anyway, cage side or in the crowd. I'll be there rooting on a great fight here, man. So congratulations on another call up from CES, Miguel, and I'll see you on November 7th in Providence, man.
See you then, brother. Appreciate it for you having me on.